Handy Hudsonite here. If you're experiencing low volume or no volume in either of your AirPods, I'm going to show you 8 techniques for getting that volume back right after this. Apple AirPods are a fantastic audio device, but they have their caveats, and I'm going to get into how you can help get the audio back completely in both of your AirPods with 8 techniques. The first technique is one that takes care of the situation 99% of the time. It's because of earwax being built up in one or both of your AirPods. I'm going to show you a simple cleaning technique that I use every single time that my audio seems to get unbalanced because it's lower in one AirPod than the other. And you're going to need a couple of things to do this cleaning. One are Q-tips. Second would be some sort of solvent, whether it's rubbing alcohol or hydrogen peroxide. They both work well. I've actually put rubbing alcohol in a small aloe vera dispenser because it has this drop dispenser on it, so I can control how much goes onto the cotton of my Q-tip. And the way that I do this that I've found works the absolute best is to cut a Q-tip in two so that you have this rougher end, so you can clean out the earwax in your AirPod more effectively. And the way that I do this is I hold my AirPod face down with the front speaker face down, and then I just gently go around in that front speaker with this open and cut end of the Q-tip, and that gets a lot of the earwax gunk out. And now we want to get the earwax that's built up in the mesh above the speaker. So the way we do that is we put some of the rubbing alcohol or hydrogen peroxide on our Q-tip. I just put a couple of drops. That's usually enough. Same way, I'm holding it the same way, and I just clean that out, that speaker area out, and it's got now earwax on it. So I try to clean that effectively. You can also try to clean this side speaker a little bit, and even this air vent in the back, which is to enhance the bass of your AirPod. You can try to clean that out, and then you can clean the rest of the casing off if there is any leftover earwax on there. You get that all wiped out with the alcohol or the peroxide. Now this next step is essential, or you will not get your AirPods cleared out, and it's to blow hard through the front speaker like this. And you can also blow through this air intake in the back. It forces air out the front as well. And you might need to do this a couple of times. And there is also a technique where you can suck on the front speaker, just kind of inhale, put your lips, don't be afraid to put your lips over it, and you can clean off the casing before you put your lips on it if that makes you feel better about it. And that should clear it out. Now what I would do is put your AirPods in, test them out again to see if they have cleared. Most of the time this is going to take care of that low audio or no audio issue. And if it doesn't work, if you don't hear them cleared out, I would actually do this a second time and make sure that you're really getting these clean, blowing hard through them, both sides. And I'd say 90% of the time or even more, that's going to take care of your issue. If it still doesn't bring it back, that leads me into technique number 2, which is to help deal with the Bluetooth or the connection settings. And for that, we're going to go into our phone settings. I'm using an iPhone 8 Plus. I'm going to go into my settings here, go to Bluetooth. And what we want to do first is we want to toggle the Bluetooth. We want to disconnect the AirPods and reconnect them. And there's 2 ways to do that. As you can see there's my Matt's AirPods. I'm just going to tap on that blue eye with a circle around it. Come over here, and then down at the bottom of this menu is disconnect. Just tap that and you can see that all disappeared, which means my AirPods are now disconnected. Come over here and tap on them again to reconnect them. Now we can also turn off the Bluetooth by the main toggle up here at the top, that green button. Make sure it turns gray and then it's off. turn it back on. That's more of a hard toggle, so you could try that. And again, after you're doing each of these, check to see if that sound comes back in full and in stereo with your AirPods. Technique number 3 is the microphone setting on your AirPods. So go back over here, that eye with a blue circle. You have to make sure that your AirPods are connected first for that menu to show up. And then down where it says microphone, tap on that, and then just toggle either always left AirPod or always right to see if that brings the sound back, and then bring it back to the automatically switch AirPods and see if that keeps your sound balanced. If not, you could leave it on the left or right. That means you'll have the use of the microphone in just one or the other AirPods. The fourth technique is ear detection, which is also in this menu. There you can see it's on by default. I'll tap it so it's off. Check to see if you get your balanced sound back. If you do, then try toggling it back on to see if it comes back and stays full audio. Technique number 5 would be to restart the phone. I'm not going to do that because I'm recording from it right now, but just simply restart your iPhone, or if you're connected to an Android device or Mac or PC, just restart that device and see if that brings back the sound. And I should say, if you're connected to a PC or a Mac, even to your phone, make sure that the balance settings are correct and it's not skewed over to one ear or the other. That can tend to happen as well. Okay, number 6, technique 6 is try connecting your AirPods to a different device, whether it's a different iPhone, Android, Mac, PC, and see what happens, because you want to make sure that the issue does not lie with your AirPods. Maybe it's with the device itself that you're connecting to that is not working. So that will help you narrow down whether it's actually the AirPods or not. Technique number 7 is to forget. But again, you tap on that blue circle in the Bluetooth settings and you want to do forget this device. I'm not going to do that right now, but you just tap that and it'll forget the device, forget your AirPods, and then just simply repair them with your phone, with your iPhone, and see if that brings back the sound. The last and the 8th technique is to reset the AirPods themselves. And on the AirPod case, now both of your AirPods have to be in here with the top open. You'll notice this button on the back. I'm not sure if you can see that right there, but there's a recessed button in the back. What you want to do is press and hold that for at least 10 seconds, maybe 15 to be safe. The small LED light in there will be flashing and will change once you pass that 10-second mark. That means they're reset. Then simply repair it with your phone or your device and see if that takes care of the audio issue. So 8 simple techniques to help you get that full audio back from your AirPods. And again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the Handy Hudsonite for more tips, hacks, and reviews like this one. And I will see you in the next video.